Hi, I'm Ollie Kenchington, and today
Good morning, how are we all today? So we're having another evolution of technology, making sure that the morning shows, overlays and Streamlabs work, basically streaming to our wonderful YouTube and our wonderful Twitch all at the same time. Yep, it's going to be fun trying to get this to work. We're doing okay just now, I have to say. I'm just now going to go and switch on Twitch before we go any further so I can see that it is doing the right thing. Hi, what can I say? What can I say? It's Sunday. A day of relaxation. A day of, I don't know, bacon rolls and the Waltons on the telly. That's what I used to do anyway. Right, just waiting for one last little bit to come up here, and then we can do the thing and get the thing on the go, because we need to get it working. Come on. No, we don't want to watch Twitch games. Honestly, do you hear that? Somebody getting their ass smacked. That was a game, a driving game somebody was watching. I don't want that. I want me. There we go. Channel. This wasn't setting up in time before, would you believe? That's why it's taking me so damn long. And it does say that we're live. That is a positive thing. That's good. All I want to do is leave you live. Ooh, I have 2 followers on Twitch now. That is perfect. Perfection. You know what we're going to do? I think we'll just go to it because I know that we're doing the right thing just now. So let us bring that down. Let us do this. And we're off. Are we on? Alright, sorry, we're on. Right, good. Hi, good morning, how are yous? I hope you're all good. Hope you slept well last night. I've had about 2.5, 3 hours sleep because that evil man Barry says, when are you going to load up World of Warcraft? This was a game that I used to play all the time with Barry, and it just sucks you in. But I'm a grown-up now. I can make my choices. I can choose not to get sucked in. Can't I? Yes, I can. Apparently not. So, yes, I just have to behave myself and make sure that Barry doesn't go, just come and play, please. But there you go. And looking at that intro video that I play, oh my god, it's like a totally unkept beard compared to this glorious piece of nonsense that I have now. Yes, great. Good morning. Let's see who we've got in the chit chat this morning. I've got a chat window open on the side, which is great. Let's see. We have there's Pickles, there's Twinkie, and there's Nissim, or Nice. Right, good. We know who you all are, and it is great to have you here today. And I have to say that I'm always very happy. Now, usually we will go and make coffee and things, which we're going to do, because if things go according to plan just now, if I do this, let me just check, is that working there? Yeah, it looks all good. If I do this, we move to a different microphone, and we move to a different camera as well. Whoa! All I need to know from you guys is, can you hear me okay? Because I'm not going to move to the kitchen and make coffee until I get the thumbs up. And the only other way I can do the thumbs up is by moving back to this camera. So I'm going to move back to that camera, but as long as you guys can hear me, I'm happy, because that way we can do the thing. All right. Yeah, that I'm looking at the chat just now. That intro was done ages ago. I just kind of tweaked it a little bit for the show again. Right. So, can you guys hear me? All right. Yes, WoW sucks balls. It's addictive. It's addictive, Nassim. It's addictive. But I need to know that you guys can hear me okay. There is a 40-second delay for it going to hit you guys. Yes, it works. Great. That's all I need to know. That's all I need to know. And we can now go make coffee and take medicine. Hold on. We want to do that one. That's the one we want. Brilliant. Now, the only problem with me doing it this way is I will not be able to see the chat. I'll see the chat even less than before. Oh, and for those that have not met my kitchen before, we will give you a thorough and proper introduction to Mojax Happy's kitchen in a second. But I'll just introduce this dead informal what we do here on the morning show. That's there is my little stream station beside my washing that you guys don't ever get to see because I'm dead professional. That's the weather window behind me, the bookcase of esoteric stuff, and yeah, that's about it when it comes down to it. That's anything that is of relevance and interest, to be perfectly honest. Yep, sound looks like it's working okay. It's bouncing off the things it's supposed to. I get paranoid that you guys can't hear me. Hold on, it's going to be echoey. No, it's not, because I don't have that mic on. Awesome. Let's just be on the safe side. Let's mute that mic completely. I'm just waiting for the kettle to boil as well. See, look. The beard is far... Hello? Yes, it's okay, I can hear it. The beard is far more glorious now. Far more glorious. Much happier. Much happier. Come on, kettle, hurry up and boil. We need to have some... Right, we're going to make coffee the Rab way. Rab has now joined YouTube, so he should come and join us from time to time and make coffee with us. He was always watching through Facebook, but I'm only going to very occasionally broadcast to Facebook now because I want to catch the Twitch people, because I don't think there's people that chat on Twitch. A lot of people that chat on Twitch, a lot of like little podcasty type shows, but I don't think there's really many people that do what I do, and it's a whole brand spanking new audience to take Radio Apocalypse to, and I'm all for that. I really am. Right, so to make coffee the Rab way, it's always milk and coffee, jailhouse coffee, as some people like to call it. Put your coffee and your milk in first, and you stir it until there is no grounds anymore. Then you get your freshly brewed kettle, This is the kettle that stars in the intro. It is. And then you keep mixing it again until it's done. And then you go looking for your medicine. Medicine 1 and medicine 2. My body would end up digesting itself if I don't take this horrible stuff. And all it is thyroxine. I know many of you heard me tell this over and over and over again. Right now, we are running out of pills. That's not a good thing. Have we got any more up here? I will have to go and see the doctor on Monday. Is that tomorrow? Yes, it is. That's fine. I don't have a thyroid gland. That's my problem. So with no thyroxine at all, it doesn't regulate the way that my metabolism works, in the way that if I want a beach body, I just stop taking it for 2 weeks, and then I go, hey, look, abs, pecs, see the definition. But then, the downside to that is I fatigue like nobody's business. So I'd have to take 2 weeks off, and then after those 2 weeks, go on holiday just to recuperate. So it's not worth doing. Let's have a look at today's weather. Weather in Edinburgh. Do you hear that? Hear the birdies? Listen, the morning chorus. I hope you guys can hear the birds. It's amazing. Right, let's have a quick look. I can't flip the camera anymore. StreamYard, do something silly. But look, big dirty black clouds over there looking east, but the sun is piercing through that amazing cloud. There's not much wind. There are seagulls though. And looking west, it's going to clear up. There's not any wind, the bushes aren't windy. And there is my baby's buggy that we forgot to bring in last night. Silly Billy. Silly Billy. Okay, so what is the air? Well, I could just sit here. I could. There we go. Right. That is the weather window. We can now move back and start the show proper because we have the coffee. We have the everything, and it means also that I can pull up the chat from time to time. So we shall immediately move back to this camera. Switch that one off. Off. Can you hear me? Oh, hang on. There we go. Hi, how are yous? I hope you're good. Let's check the chat. Is the chat good? Who we got? We have Alexa. We have Happy Happy Pickles. Oh, you're speaking too fast. I can't keep up. Can you keep up? Right. Okay. Naseen, Twink, Alexa. My mum's there too. Good morning, Mum. How are you? Behave yourself. No telling my secrets. Okay? Very good. I'm just going to go back because I am sure. Yeah, Twinkie, good morning. Your daughter is a talented artist herself. Thank you. Did you get the space llama picture? I thought that was very cute. She does some amazing things. My daughter does. You should see some of her early portraits of the family when she was like 4 and stuff. I'm going to dig those out and I will send you those on Discord because they're comical. They're just funny because it was all drawn in innocence. But you'll understand when you see it, which is good. Right, who else have we got here? My mum, Twinkie, Pickles, Naseen, Alexa. Yeah, we're good. We're good to go. We're good to be super duper happy with things. We'll come back to the chat from time to time because I've got, in fact, I wonder if I can do this I can keep the chat window open separately away from the papers window. This could work out. It could cause trouble. It could cause trouble, but we're going to experiment anyway, because that's what we have to do. Right, hang on. Right, good. Right. So, how are yous? It's all these different buttons to press. It was all so simple back in the day of just StreamYard. You could just jump in and out quite happily, doing the thing, and now it's totally different. We have to do it in a completely different manner. Okay, but we're going to hit the papers, and I don't need to look at the thing anymore for it all, and we'll go through the papers quite happily, and we will finish up potentially with a poem today, I think, and a little sort of surprisey thing for what we're doing. The papers today are all very much a similar theme for everything. It's everything that is wrong with the world with regards to race. It's something that we're all perfectly aware of, and those people in the world that are good about this are doing the right thing, and some people are taking advantage of it in a very exceptional way where we shouldn't be taking advantage of it, as you well know. It's just crazy. It's just crazy. Right. Let us do the thing. The Observer. This is all the British papers. We're not going to hang around on them for forever, okay? But we are going to go into it because I've already scanned through them all, and there is a good few that they just kind of set a negative tone, and I don't really want to set a negative tone, but I do want to give you my social commentary piece about what's going on in the world. I think that's still quite important. So PM told to dump the rhetoric and plan for a new wave of COVID. The PM has been told to dump the rhetoric around coronavirus and plan for a second wave, the Observer reports. Medical chiefs have called for a comprehensive plan as faith in the government drops. Meanwhile, the cabinet is divided over a U-turn on US trade talks, the paper says. Well, that's understandable just now. Citing a letter from Number 10 that reportedly instructs ministers to have no specific policy on animal welfare in trade talks with Washington. Holy crap! The lead image for the paper's front page is of heavyweight boxing champion Anthony Joshua, who joined a Black Lives Matter protest in his hometown of Watford on Saturday. I mean, let's just face it just now, okay? Let's just think about this. Why would we drop standards? I mean, do you feel that's the right thing to do? You know, dropping standards for, you know, a trade deal. You know, we're just opening up the 1970s all over again with regards to everything. You know, food standards and animal welfare standards. It's just crazy. All because we don't want to deal with the evil EU. You know, that's really what it's kind of all about, and that's the scary thing about it all. It really, really, really is. You know, so give us your opinion in the chat. We'll come back to that as well, and it'll all be. I'm just interested. I don't mind trading with America. You know, I've got no problems with that, but I do think that we should stick to our guns when it comes to the policy for keeping our standards correct. You know, now I'm not saying America's got shit standards. I'm not. That is not what I'm saying. It's just that we have a different approach to doing things, and they have a different approach to doing things, and sometimes it might not be compatible. That's what negotiations are for. That's why you're supposed to be able to turn around, negotiate, and find some common ground. But you shouldn't compromise the good in those things already. Okay, we will allow products to come into this country that have abused animals, that have been experimented with using animals, have been tested heavily on animals. I'm not into that, and I think that people would feel the same thing. Would definitely feel the same thing if if they would protest with their wallets. To be perfectly honest, I mean, I think they truly would protest with their wallets. Anyway, let's look at the Sunday Times. Jobs bloodbath triggers swifter lockdown easing. Wow! Oh my God! Look at that picture there of that gentleman with a chain around his neck. That is an image and a half. It's like a wow. That's an image. That's kind of scary. But that's what it used to be like, though, wasn't it? That is what it used to be like in the world of slavery. I read a very interesting article about how the streets of Edinburgh were built on slavery, because there was a lot of slave owners. In fact, Scotland, in particularly, at that time, I mean, every city is guilty of some form of involvement with black exploitation during the times of colonialism and the times of slavery. Alright? It's just one of those things. But Edinburgh's got a particular interesting history about it. Like, the new town was built on the back of money involved with the slave trade, and so was St Andrew's Square, which is one of the squares at the other end. In fact, there's a gentleman called, I think it might be Robert Dundas or somebody Dundas, whose statue is in the middle of this very important square in Edinburgh, and his house is in that square as well. And it's one of the places that I think that once, eventually, when I hit 1,000 subscribers on YouTube and can go and do a broadcast live, I think a walk around that square, showing the history of it and showing where our First Minister lives as well, because Bute House was also owned by plantation owners as well. It's incredible to think that it was all based on that. Hey, we've got a little problem here. I am in that little window in the top left hand corner and I'm not set up properly. Did you look at that? Right, we need to fix that. We need to fix that right now. Yeah, okay, right, that's good. We can fix it in a second. Look at this. This is technology fixing things on the hoof. Now watch this. I click the transition and we shall be across there and filling it properly now. Yay! Mojax Happy fills the box. That's what we want. Good. Yeah, so that all that chat there just came from that image of that guy just there, just now. Bless. It's kind of scary, to be perfectly honest. Right, let's read what the blurb says. It says, jobs bloodbath triggers swifter lockdown easing, and it leads the Sunday Times. The PM signed off new measures to help reopen the economy at a meeting with Chancellor Rishi Sunak on Friday. The paper reports that under the plans due to be unveiled this week, planning controls will be relaxed, so cafes, pubs and restaurants can use outside areas. Restrictions on weddings and funerals will go, and places of worship will reopen, the paper adds. The PM also reportedly told Transport Secretary Jack Shapps to secure travel corridor deals with holiday hotspots by the 28th of June. I don't know. I'm in the world of thinking, could this be too much too soon? It could be. It could be. It might be okay. It might not be okay. But only time will tell. We had an extra week of lockdown here. I don't even know what's going on with me shielding. Am I to go back to work a week on Monday? Have I to take the rest of June off? I'm not too sure yet. I need to go and figure all that out this weekend and get in touch with my work as well with it all, because I think that it's kind of vital to know about this and to know what's going on. Let's have a quick look in the chat, see what everybody's saying. Yes, Twinkie, I will send you a copy of Alia's, what's it, grade 1 elementary, that's what we call primary 1, drawing of Edinburgh Castle. I've got the original somewhere. I think I've put it away because I decorated the room, but I will get a copy of it and send it to you. It's a remarkable for somebody that's only 5 years old at the time, and she's told to draw a castle. It's great. So I'm just saying that because my mum said that. Here we go. Yeah, excellent. Everybody's having a good time in chat. All the social ladies having social fun. That is what it's all about. Right, let's go back to the papyrus. I want to get these finished so I can read some poems. It's always nice to read some poems, if we can. Right, the Sunday Telegraph. PM speeds up hospital building to aid economy. And let's now look at this. Madeleine suspect and the mystery of other tragic children. I think there might be a picture of him now in some of the papers later on this morning, but for those that don't know the story of Madeleine McCann, if you don't know, don't worry about it. It's I mean, where have you been if you haven't known about it, to be perfectly honest? But it was about that little girl in the blue top, where is there, in the blue football top, right there. She went missing from her holiday house, her holiday place in Portugal, and for a very long time the spotlight was on her parents for doing things just because of the way that they were dealing with the situation and the way that everything kind of progressed. The story sort of panned out. It was a mystery, there was lots of things going on. Well, now there is somebody that has actually turned round and let something slip in a pub that they were the person involved with it, but there seems to be other children involved as well. Let's have a quick look to see what the blurb says at the bottom. Continuing the focus on the economy, the Sunday Times reports that Boris Johnson has told ministers to speed up the construction of new hospitals in a bid to boost infrastructure and rebuild Britain in the wake of the coronavirus pandemic. In a separate article, the paper reports the easing of lockdown was delayed as Public Health England was unable to deliver mass testing. Meanwhile, European police are reviewing the unsolved child murders and disappearances to see whether there is any link to the suspect named in reports as Christian B being investigated in connection with the Madeleine McCann disappearance. I mean, let's just face it, okay? There's, oh my God, he looks like a monster. I don't even want to look at him. Look, that's him there. Maddie suspect gave us toys and sweets. Children reveal gifts to horrified witness. Also reporting the disappearance of Madeleine McCann, the Sunday Mirror leads with an exclusive article that German suspect Christian B reportedly gave sweets and toys to children as police investigate disappearance of other children in Europe. It's a horror story, it really is, and it's every parent's worst nightmare. I can't even begin to think about it. It doesn't bear thinking about what that horrible thought of it all. Let's move on to the Sunday Mail. Sunday Mail, okay. What's the race protests hurl Boris bikes at mounted police? Boris bikes are the electric bikes in London that Boris Johnson brought into to play when he was Mayor of London. And we've had our own Black Lives Matter riots and protests in London. We've had there's one in Edinburgh today in the parks up around Salisbury Crags and Arthur's Seat, Queen's Park area where Holyrood House is. There's a protest going on there, a peaceful one, a static one. It's not a march. And we've had peaceful ones, but why on earth do we end up with with violence in London. Why do we end up with violence at all? I'm perfectly aware that there's a whole bunch of agent provocateur type stuff going on in these situations. But do you know what? Calm down. You know, everybody, take a chill pill. Let's just be cool. You know, be cool. Because at the end of the day, people are getting hurt. Over people getting hurt. I suppose, in one sense, though, if violence is what it takes to make social change happen, don't get me wrong, okay? I hate it, but I'll be the first person in line come the revolution, alright? I will be a revolutionary leader. I will be the Che Guevara of Scotland. I'll be Mo Guevara, or Che Happy. I don't know, one or the other, you know, it doesn't matter. But either way, okay, I'm all for that. But it has to be completely necessary, and it has to have an outcome for the necessity of violence. Alright, like for instance, if Britain was Nazi and we had extermination camps and we were exploiting black people and killing them by putting our knees on their throats, then, you know, I could actually maybe consider it. But you have to be extreme. You have to be extreme. They have to be doing the most terrible things. And in America, no disrespect, there's some really good police officers there doing the right thing all the time. But unfortunately, they get tarred with the same brush as their colleagues that are not good. And that's the problem. And then anybody in a uniform becomes the uniform, and they're not attacking the person all the time, they're attacking the uniform. And that's just awful. You know, it's just awful. But that's what happens. So we've had a WPC, that's a woman police officer, get hurt as a horse bolted. Look, there she is, falling off her horse. That's terrible. Poor horse. That's the first time I've seen that happen. You know, it's awful. Mail on Sunday's front page features a large image of the moment a police officer fell off a horse during an anti-racism protest in central London on Saturday. The woman police officer hurt as horse bolt mayhem is the headline, and the paper reports that the police officer hit her head on a traffic light when the horse ran down Whitehall during the protest. Now, that must have been totally extreme, because the horses that the police actually use have to go through, I think, 3 or 4 years worth of training before they're let loose on the public. They have to be prepared for loud noises, you know, everything from guns going off to explosions. They get trained to deal with it all. So for something, maybe they're just not trained for bikes to be thrown at them. I think that's probably what it is. But you know what? It's just a terrible thing. Poor horse, poor woman, poor protesters, and for the police that are doing their job, doing a good job, poor police officers as well. It's just not on. It really isn't on. But that's kind of what happens. You know, it's a terrible thing. Right, Sunday Express. It says Boris wants to fix unfair Brexit deal. It's not fair. That deal's not fair. We're going to go to America and compromise our standards. Fucking hell. Right. EU boss Barnier warned that he's not a referee talks, he's just a player. Boris wants to fix unfair Brexit deal is the lead story on the Sunday Express. The paper reports a source close to the UK chief negotiator, David Frost, said January's agreement had unfair defects the government did not have time to rectify. Funny that. Let's get Brexit done at pace and throw anything through the Parliament. Hey, we've got a deal. We've got a ready-made, oven-ready deal. Yeah, this is what Boris said. Just Google oven-ready EU deal and you'll see Boris saying it. EU oven-ready deal. Oven-ready, oven-ready. Oh, man. I'm going to go and find that and make a remix of him saying oven ready, oven ready. Ah, man, God, he does my head in. I know he's such a child, a toddler. A toddler is what Shady Bits used to call him. A toddler was what they called Trump. But Trump and Boris went to the same nursery school. They didn't go to the same kindergarten, but they should have done. The kindergarten of assholes. That's where it is. It's where all the kids that turn into assholes when they're older, political assholes, they go to the same asshole kindergarten. I feel sorry for the teachers. It's their fault. God damn it. Yes, there we go. And there's also Madeline suspect, now linked to a fourth child. Wow. That's crazy. Sunday people, not interested. TV Caroline's prosecutor, I had no choice. Okay, let's read it. She looks a bit upset. I can't allow a lady to be upset and not give her time on the show. The Sunday People's lead story centres on the case against former Love Island host Caroline Flack. The paper says that the prosecutor involved in the case has denied that it was a show trial against the star, who took her own life in February. Ah, bless her, that's right. She'd been charged with assaulting her boyfriend, although he did not support the prosecution. Ah, I remember that now, poor lady. I can't judge, I can't turn around and give my opinion on that because it's too delicate a subject. When suicide's involved, it's you have to. It's an awful thing. It's not a nice thing at all. It can be very upsetting actually for some people. The last paper today is the Daily Star, and the Daily Star is always good for a laugh. Razor, I died under the knife. Who the hell's Razor? The Daily Star leads with an interview for former footballer Neil Razor Ruddock, who said he died during emergency operation when his heart was stopped. I wonder if he remembers that. Come back. Don't go into the light, Razor. Don't go into the light. Stay away from the light. The Star reportedly told the paper he is lucky to be alive after a diet of 4 bottles of wine a day and fast food damaged his heart. Wow. You got to be... What the my ex broke every bone in my face. Why? Honestly, what is wrong with people? What is wrong with people? Do we not live in a society of civilized people as opposed to a society of friggin' maniacs? I mean, it's just awful. You know, it's just ridiculous. It really, really is. It's unbelievable. Violence against anybody is awful, but see, when a man causes violence against a woman, it really vexes me, because you don't, it's just completely unnecessary. You know, the only time violence is acceptable is in self-defense or a preemptive strike, if you have 100% proof that harm is going to be caused to you or your family. In Scotland, in Britain, we have laws which is called reasonable force. So if somebody was to kick down my front door and I was to kick them down the stairs and they were to die, okay, I would be charged with assault, then possibly attempted murder, and then manslaughter. I would face those charges, but the investigation would show that this person had kicked in my door, that I had to attack them in defence because I was in fear of my life and I used reasonable force to protect myself and family. Okay, but beating the 7 shades of shit out your partner for any reason at all is completely unacceptable, and that brings me to my next time that violence is acceptable, is to pin these fuckers down and give them over to the police to beat the shit out of them in the back of a van. There's police violence that actually causes something positive, to kick the shit out of abusers. Yep, punishment should fit the crime every single time. Hi, we're finished with the papers, and it means I can take my phone and look up a poem for us all now. Isn't that exciting? We are 12 poems into book 2 just now, and we have a name for the book as well, which I will reveal just now. It's called Every Day is a Sunday, and it's all based around things that are going on in lockdown all over the world. My feelings for during this time from doing this show, the things that I've learned, everything like that. So Every Day is a Sunday will be book 2 for the poems that I've done. I will actually shove a wee link up here. Let me see if I can find it. I'll need to go to Amazon for this. This will be Amazon UK, that will do. And then we shall do this. This will be a link to my book, my first poetry book called 20. If I can find it. Okay, let's just check. It's not a special book. Well, it is a special book, but it's nothing special to look at. It's not, you know, what can I say? It's not something that jumps out at you and says, "Hey, we're amazing." But it's only £2.29, so I think that is just over $3. I put it down to the lowest possible price because I didn't want to make any money from this, because it was like a hurdle of creativity that I had to overcome to do it. So hang on, here it comes just now. That is the link in the chat if anybody wants to go and have a wee look at it. So yeah, it's 20 poems based around a time, or a whole year of my life, when Ulya, my wife, and myself were living apart. Before we were married, she's from Russia. She was living in Moscow, and I was across here obviously with my family in Edinburgh. And we used to communicate digitally. Our relationship is a foundation on WhatsApp and Skype, and some Instagram pictures. So that is the foundation of our relationship. I used to send her poems every day, the old romantic that I am. And yeah, that's basically what I did. So it's called 20, and the subtitle is called Words I Used to Woo, because I wooed her, I made her fall in love with me through my words, which was quite a feat. A bit of the old Renaissance man in me there with it all. But yes, so book 2 is not, it's all original stuff as well. It's all basically about the apocalypse. Well, it's not really, it's just about every day's a Sunday, because that's what it's been like. Every day has felt, I know it's Sunday today, but yesterday felt the same as today, and tomorrow will feel the same as today, because I'm not working. So every day's a Sunday, and that's what it is. So I'm going to quickly look up, see if we can find, I'm sure I've got a good one on Facebook, because I've got a whole folder of them in Facebook as well. What's going on here? Yes, there we go. I need to find photos, because it's in a, what the hell? Why are you doing that? There we go. See my profile. It just came up with something bizarre on Facebook. I've never seen that before. Right, photos. There we go. And albums. And there we go. Right, nice one. Let's have a look. See if we can find something interesting from all this. What's that one? This is great. This is a really old one. This was written in 2015. This is how far back this goes. Wow, I forgot that I wrote this one. Oh my goodness. This was based around a word, just one word, and a feeling, okay, that I had when I heard this word, okay. And if you don't know what this word means, okay, it might not mean anything to you, but I'll tell you what it means. It means at the end. It's called the Basarexic Man. I can't believe this. This is great. Right, the Basarexic Man. Cosset, bundle, embrace, enfold are all the words to cuddle or hold. To show affection with just a touch. All of them are never too much. Amour, ardor, crush, delight describe attachment in plain sight. Connection of the heart and soul, mutual feeling, that makes you whole. But the best definition of a word, when you say it, it just sounds absurd. I promise you, I don't have dyslexia. The word I love is basorexia. Now, that there is just full of allegory about affection, physical affection, how you feel when you have a cuddle, what the feelings that you have when you have an attachment with somebody, like corset, bundle, embrace and fold, all words to cuddle and hold, okay? Amour, ardeur, crush, delight, describe attachment in plain sight. This is your feelings for it. Now, basorexia, basorexic, is the addiction and the love of kissing. Okay, that's what basorexic means. That's it in its plainest definition. It's probably got some sort of like big sort of other sort of meaning, but the best definition of a word, when you say it, sounds just absurd. I promise you, I don't have dyslexia. The word I love is basorexia. It doesn't sound like it should be kind of a beautiful thing to say, but it really is. And you don't hear that word very often at all, to be perfectly honest. Basorexic, basorexia. Wow, let's do another one. Let's find other ones. We've done that before, we'll do that one another day. That's haikus. We're not doing haikus today. Let's find another poem. That one, no. Freehold Heart we've done before. We've done Our Dance before. Oh wow. When did I write that one? 2016. Right, this one's called Noble Cause. Wow. God. It's great when you look back on things like this, you know that. I find it kind of fascinating in the grand scheme of things. I mean, I really do. Oh, just noticed in the chat that Drax come in. Hi Drax, how are you? Hope you're having a good morning, and everything's super duper cool for you. Right, Noble Cause. I hold you close in my warrior's arms to keep the dark at bay from you. I fight the night. I fight the right fight to ensure our life is always fair and true. My children fear nothing at all when they are by my side. They are strong, intelligent, full of love, always filling me with pride. For all of you, I work to seek the goal to set us all free. There may be casualties along the way, but whom I cannot foresee. But when the time comes to take a stand, as no longer can I let things lie. I may not like what I have to do, but to do nothing would be living a lie. So I fight the good fight with honor and love. Every one of them just and right, to bring happiness and security from this long and dark-filled night. I need to read that again because I didn't get the beats right. I'll do that one again tomorrow, but to let you understand, that was kind of written when I had to fight for my children, basically. I won't go into the ins and outs of it, but I don't like conflict, alright? I'm not a man for conflict, but I'm not afraid of it. I don't like it at all, alright? And I try to avoid it at all costs because I have a severe empathy for my fellow man and feel that it's very important that, you know, we try to live and let live and do the right thing all the time. Some people might think that's, you know, being afraid. It's not. It shows a greater strength to turn the other cheek. But sometimes you have to fight the right fight. You have to do the right thing, and it doesn't matter about the casualties on the way, because if there are casualties, you've given the opportunity for people not to be casualties. And that's what that poem's about. That's about, listen, you've had the opportunity to do the right thing. don't make me do this, because you're forcing my corner. You're giving me no opportunity to do the right thing. I will pop both of those poems in the Discord right after this, because I'll need to optimize today's video as well. Because when I use an app on Streamlabs to stream to both Twitch and oh, I've ignored Twitch. Oh my god, I got carried away with you guys. Let's quickly go to Twitch and see if anybody's. I'm so sorry, Twitch. Dun 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 dun. I feel terrible. Wow. Let's just see. I don't think anybody's watching there just now. I think we're okay. I think we're okay. Yes, there's no chat. It doesn't even look like it's broadcasting, but it is. Oh well, never mind. We will get this working perfectly well. Right, there we go. That is the morning over with. Can you believe that? We're done. You didn't hear it. You didn't hear which one? Alexa, there's a bit of a delay here to speak to you. Let's have a look. If you didn't hear it, that's cool. We will. Right. Oh, at the end. Right. Okay. I will do it again. I will do it again. We will do Noble Cause again, and then we'll do Bassarexic as well. Let me just play around with the sound, bring the mic up so I can speak clearly into it. Microphone, that goes up a bit. And, whoa. Hold on. Is that better? I will be incredibly loud now. Does that sound a bit better? Because I've really put the volume up. You have to tell me, guys. Can hear you, thank you. Right, good. The poem. Right. Excellent. Right, let's do Noble Cause again. Let me just get a wee mouthful of coffee from my dry mouth. Okay, Noble Cause. I hold you close in my warrior's arms to keep the dark at bay from you. I fight the right fight to ensure our life is always fair and true. My children fear nothing at all when they are by my side. They are strong, intelligent, full of love, always filling me with pride. For all of you, I work to seek the goal to set us all free. There may be casualties along the way, but whom I cannot foresee. But when the time comes to take a stand, as no longer can I let things lie. I may not like what I have to do, but to do nothing would be living a lie. So I fight the good fight with honour and love, every one of them just and right, to bring happiness and security from this long and dark-filled night. I hope you heard it that time, Alexa. I really do. I do. Okay. Do I have an outro for this early morning intro? That's the bit. Oh, listen. On one wee seconda. Let us. I need to find. Where is it? I need to find a picture for this. Hold on a wee second. We have a watch party weekend going on just now, and watch party weekend is when all the members in our Discord we kind of discuss during the shows during the week what sort of movies we might enjoy watching over the weekend, and we pick maybe one or two, or maybe a documentary, maybe a topic where we will actually go away and research it, watch it, and then on Monday we do the round table. And the round table is just a panel show where we sit and dissect what we've watched over the weekend, which is always a very interesting thing to do. It's quite a lively chat, and Barry has been pulling together lots and lots of interesting things for the show this Monday, because we're doing Back to the Future, and I am just desperately trying to bring up the thumbnails for this. Do you know what the problem is? It's because I'm looking at the wrong thing here. We need to cancel that, and we need to cancel you as well. I'm trying to bring up the wrong flipping window. That's the one. We've got it. Brilliant. So here we go. This is what we are doing tomorrow night. We are looking at the Back to the Future trilogy. So I've now watched the first two. I'm going to go away and watch my favourite one, which is the third one. Barry has been putting together a bunch of trivia. I might just hand the show over to him tomorrow night, with me just facilitating it, because he's going to have a lot of fun things to say about Back to the Future. Some of the things he's already told me, and I'm like, really? Really? Is that what it's going to be? Oh my god, that's incredible. So yeah, that is tomorrow without a doubt, and I'm quite excited about it, to say the least. Here we go. Let's get some music going, shall we? A little bit of background music now. Yeah, because we're about to finish the show, and I'm so glad that you all came. So let's just say goodbye to my friends here just now. Alexa, Drax came in, my mum, Pickles, Nassim, Twanky. Let me just keep going back. Scrolling back slowly so I try not to miss anybody. Don't want to miss any of yous. I think that I've pretty much caught everybody. No, that can't be right. That can't be just everybody. You know, hang on. There we go. There's bound to be somebody that I've missed because it stops scrolling after so many lines. But do you know something? Thanks guys for coming today. I really appreciate it. And please don't forget to come tomorrow night for the round table, and potentially we might be doing a little bit more ASMR on solo on Twitch tonight, with the dark stream. It depends if I get sucked into playing World of Warcraft or not with Barry. Alright, so listen, you all have a great Sunday, and I'll see you guys in Discord if you're hanging out. Okay, speak to you all soon. Have a wonderful day.